My name is Sabeen Faruqi, and I'm a holistic health coach and lifestyle counselor. And my expertise is in, believe in bio individuality. I believe that everybody is different, and all of us have different needs and different kind of requirement. We all are different, so one size does not fit all. So when I see holistic health coach, people do not understand what does it mean, because there people are familiar with the term doctors, nutritionist, but well-being expert or lifestyle expert is something which is a comparatively new term. So as a well-being coach, I help you in your lifestyle habits, along with food, your emotional health, your mental health, your so I help you with your physical health, your emotional health, and your mental health as well. So that's my job, and I was invited by Zia. Thank you so much, Zia, for inviting me, and I'm really honored. So nowadays we are going through a very difficult time. All of us know that this is something which is really new, and it's a very anxious period. All of us are stressed, and we do not know what to do and what not to do. So in this anxious period, when you are very stressed, when you're very upset, then your immune system is compromised. So here today we will talk about immune system and how can we help our immune system to help us in coping up with the stress and the difficult situation and difficult scenario. So my take on this healthy living and this immunity is that immune system is first of all we have to understand what is immune system. Immune system is something like it's like an army. When we have army force, we have air forces, we have navy, we have different kind of soldiers, and there are different kind of forces that are that is required to protect a country or a place. So our body is just like that we are uh, protected by army of immune cells. So immunity is very important for us, and we have to understand that if this army is not strong, we cannot function well. So when we talk about army, when we talk about immunity, we have different kind of line of actions and different mechanisms. Our WBCs, our lymphocytes, our cytokines. There are different kind of cells and processes which are required and which enable us to cope up with different kind of mechanisms and different kind of stresses. Okay, so right now I would like you to understand that there are 4 factors that affect our immunity. One of them is food. Number 2 is your sleep. And number 3 is your exercise. And number 4 is stress management. So first of all, there is no magic concussion or magic potion which people think, that if I take this, I'll be okay. There is nothing like that. So you can build up your immunity, but you cannot boost your immunity by a small magic concussion, right? So there are different kind of foods which actually help us in building our immunity, but they can build our immunity if we take them over a period of time. But I think it's a nature's call, or it's a wake-up call for all of us, that we should understand that we have to start taking care of ourselves and our health and our immune system. And right now everybody is helpless. Everybody is talking about immunity, everybody is talking about good food, everybody is talking about stress management and all, because this is something really new, but we do not understand what's going on and how to handle it. So we'll talk about immunity. When we talk about immunity, we talk about food, again, food, sleep, exercise, and stress management. So these 4 factors are actually very important. First of all, we'll talk about food. When we talk about food, there are certain foods that enhances our immunity, and those food groups are really required because they help our neurotransmitters to communicate. So there are whole foods, and there are different kind of concussions that we can make. Like turmeric is something which is really beneficial nowadays, so you can take turmeric, but when you take turmeric or haldi, you always add little bit of black pepper and oil with it, because that is required for the absorption of the curcumin, the compound which is required for the immunity. Okay, then there is one more thing which is very important right now. Everybody is talking about vitamin C, and vitamin C. So yes, you're right. Vitamin C is very important, but along with vitamin C, we have to take zinc as well. So zinc is a trace element, and you need zinc in order to absorb vitamin C in your body. So vitamin C enhances your immunity, it boosts your mood and everything. But if you don't have zinc in your body, then you have a problem. So how do we get zinc? Zinc is something which is found in a lot of foods like pulses, lentils, green leafy vegetables, dairy, meat. Um, there is a lot of leafy greens are actually really good for zinc. Shellfish. So what I want you to understand is that whole food is very important, and you have to take food from every group. You should not eliminate dairy, you should not eliminate gluten, you should not, unless you have a condition. So balanced diet is very important right now and later as well. So we should start having healthy meals right now, and then we should keep it as a habit, and we should continue. I think that's what I'm saying, that I think that this is like a wake up call for all of us, that we have to start eating healthy, and we have to start hydrating ourselves as well, because hydration is also very important for immunity. And one more thing, that whatever food we take, it impacts our gut, and our gut health is very important. So do you understand the gut health? Okay, so gut health is very important, and when we have a lot of sugar, we mess up our gut system. Like our microbiome or our microbiota is disturbed. Like we have two kind of bacteria in our gut: good bacteria and bad bacteria. So the good bacteria thrive on alkaline environment, and the bad bacteria thrive on sugar. So when you eat a lot of sugar and a lot of junk food, you actually facilitate the growth of bad bacteria, which is actually not good for you. And you have to understand that it is something which is not very common. There people are researching on it, that the gut health is very important for your mental health, which is a new concept. So if you have constipation, if you have any gut issues, if you have IBS, you must be feeling anxious and you are stressed all the time. So you have to take care of your gut. So if you take care of your gut, your mental health will be better, because a lot of neurotransmitters are released in your gut. It is something which is new, but it is actually amazing. It's amazing. People are researching on it. So first of all, factor number one was food. And for food, I told you that right now we should start taking haldi or turmeric. But when you take haldi or turmeric, you have to add a little bit of oil or any kind of fat, or you can have it with milk as a tea. And the second thing is very important, that is vitamin C. And a lot of people are talking about vitamin C, but they're not talking about zinc. So zinc is also very important. So people who are like doing keto diet, they are actually ruining their gut microbiota. So please, if you're you're doing keto diet for whatever reasons, please try to have some kind of multivitamin along with it. Otherwise, you'll spoil your gut microbiome. So this was one factor. Okay, I'll answer the questions as well. How to overcome anxiety due to current situation? Yeah, these are four factors. It's not something that you can do overnight. You have to work on yourself. Okay, so food is one factor. Then we have to understand that food is important, because in order for our neuroreceptors to communicate, we can have good diet, and this good diet will facilitate in our immunity. Number second is sleep. Sleep is something which people, they just don't take it very seriously, and they think if they don't sleep well, it's fine, they can function very well. for even with 4 hours sleep, which is actually not correct. You have to sleep at least 6 to 8 hours, and when you don't sleep, then you are depriving your body of that. That a lot of maintenance takes place when you sleep. So your body recovers, your body rejuvenates, and it repairs itself when you're sleeping. So time of sleep is very important as well. So what you can do is uh, follow the God's clock. It's called circadian rhythm. So when it's time to when it's sunset, it's time to sleep. So try to sleep by 10 or maybe 11, and try to sleep in the sleep. You have to take care of one more thing. That's sleep hygiene. Before sleeping, detach yourself with all the gadgets and the blue lights. Everybody knows that, but we don't do that, especially in today's scenario. People are not detaching themselves from the gadget, and that's interrupting, and that's disturbing their sleep. So please, you have to understand, when you don't sleep, there are kind of lymphocytes which are called NK cells, or natural killer cells. When you don't sleep, you deprive your body of all those natural killer cells, and those natural killer NK cells are very important for your immunity. Do you know why they are important for your immunity? They're important for your immunity because these are the cells. They go around your body, they find the cells which are like bacteria, viruses, and different kind of foreign cells which are not required or which look suspicious to them. They go and they engulf them. So when you are sleep deprived, you are not letting these NK cells work. So please sleep very well, and try to follow the sleep hygiene. When I say sleep hygiene, that you have to detach yourself from the gadgets, and you have to stop caffeine by 5 or 6. Stop caffeine by 5 or 6. I think you should not be having caffeine after 5 o'clock. So sleep is very important, and sleep deprivation actually decreases your immunity and a lot of functions as well. So my request to you is like, please sleep well, and try to give yourself enough breaks so your body can repair and restore. Then comes exercise. When I say exercise, people say that we don't have time to exercise, and right now I understand that it's very difficult because you cannot go out, you cannot go to gym, but we can still do mat exercises. We can do a lot of breathing exercises. We can do meditation. So and we can do the body exercises as well. And when I say exercise is important, people say, why is exercise important? So you have to understand that in our army, like the immunity is not because of some cells or some particular organs. You have to understand that T cells or the lymphocytes, these are the commandos. So when we exercise, these lymphocytes are released, and these commandos go around and kill all the cells which are not required or which seems foreign to them. So actually, when we exercise, we boost these lymphocytes, and these lymphocytes actually help us in cleaning up the mess whatever is created in our body because of different kind of scenarios, or because of diet. Maybe we are exposed to different kind of toxins. There are so many toxins in the environment. So food, sleep, exercise, and then comes stress management. When I say stress management, I know it's very difficult, and it's very easy to say that you should not be stressed about stuff. Everything will be okay. I know tawakkul is very important, but you have to understand that if you are in constant stress, then you will release a lot of cortisol, and cortisol is actually required for your body because cortisol helps you in mechanism when you are actually you need cortisol in the morning. So it's something which is required when there is a fight and flight mechanism. But you don't if you keep on releasing cortisol continuously, then it's a problem because it will enhance your fat deposition, and it will decrease your immunity as well. So you have to understand that cortisol is something we have to avoid, and we have to work in a way that we can manage that cortisol level. So for stress management, I would suggest that we should do meditation if it's possible for you. Meditation is not difficult. We can start from 5 minutes in a day, and then we can gradually increase it to for like 10 minutes in a day. Uh, for us, it's very easy because we can pray, we can connect to ourselves, we can read. You have to detach yourself from the social media. I know social media is very important, news is very important. We have to keep ourselves updated, and social media is actually very good. A lot of people are are doing nice videos, and people are helping others, and they're sharing information, and they're sharing knowledge as well. But the problem is that if you keep on glued to a screen, you keep on releasing the stress hormones, and when you keep on releasing the stress hormones, your immunity goes down. When your immunity goes down, then what happens that you feel sick, and you fall sick, and you are more receptive to all the disease and viruses in the environment. So we cannot stop ourselves of thinking about any circumstances which are not actually helping us in a way, but we can help ourselves in a way that we should detach ourselves. We have to learn how to be grateful, how to be mindful of what we are doing. Gratitude is actually very important. So when I talk about gratitude, it's like it's part of our religion. So Allah Ta'ala has blessed us with so many things, and we should be happy about so many things, but we are just thankless creatures. So gratitude is something which actually helps you. And I would suggest that you can take a small diary and just write one thing in a day that you're thankful for. It could be your eyesight, it could be food in your fridge, it could be any kind of luxury that you can afford which other people can't afford. Right now, I think I'm very privileged because I have roof on my head. I have fridge food which is full of fruits and vegetables, whatever I want to eat. But there are people out there who are actually struggling for day to day meals. So we have to understand that we are better off from so many people. We have to understand that all of us are blessed in a way or the other. So we have to be really thankful to God for whatever we have. And if, as a community, this world is going through all this crisis, we have to work as a community, and we have to feel good about it that we can share our blessings with others. So you can share your blessings in so many ways. You can just give charity. You can just talk to someone nicely. You have plenty of time on your hands, so you can talk to your friends, your grandma, your neighbor on your phone. So when they say that for social isolation, I don't think that this is social isolation. This is physical isolation, because now we are all uh, socially connected through the virtually connected or socially connected through this social media. So social media is very important. Like, I'm talking to you, I'm sitting here in Dubai, and you're in Pakistan, and we are connected. So I can call my friends on Zoom, and we have WhatsApp, we have like phones. So we are blessed. That's the reason why I don't want to call it as a social isolation. I would call this as a physical isolation, which is temporary, and it shall pass as well. And if you have any questions, I'll answer your questions. Okay. How to overcome anxiety due to current situation. So, see, these are the 4 tips that you have to apply. And these are, I would say that, start your day with something productive. So when you get up in the morning, you should have a morning routine. Make up your bed, start with something positive, meditate or pray or do your namaz, whatever is your thing. And then you start your day, you plan your day. If you plan your day, it's easier for you. You plan your meals. If you have children at home, you plan activities for them. Every day is different. This is a time of life which is like uh, precious in a way, because everybody is home. Your parents are home, your spouse is home, your kids are home. So everybody is home and everybody is trying to do something, uh, should do something productive. Like, you can do drawing with your kids, you can play with them, you can make some cookies with them, teach them a skill, teach them something that actually helps them in long run. Plus, start eating healthy. This is the time of life when you have to start, this chapter again. It's really amazing that, you are compelled to eat healthy, because there is no fast food joints which are delivering, and we are just scared to get the delivery from outside. And we have to call, and we have to cook ourselves, we have to do stuff by ourselves, so it's more hygienic. When you're washing your dishes, when you're cooking your food, it's more hygienic. And you have a limited supply of food in your house. I know that we can afford more, but still, try to make these habits, like having first thing you should do is get up in the morning and have warm glass of water. And warm glass of water, if you want, you can add a little bit of lemon. If you are no you are prone to cold or something like that, that you can add a little bit of honey to it. And if you don't want to add honey, even then you just have the warm water, because actually warm water helps you. So there are people out there who are not able to handle vitamin C or citrus. So people can have kiwi, you can have berries, you can have a lot of different vegetables. Even potato have vitamin C, which we do not know, right? So bell pepper have the Shimla mirch. Yellow one, it has the most vitamin C. Then comes the red one, and then the green one. So if you can't have vitamin C in form of citrus fruits, you can have it in form of bell peppers. And how to check your immunity level? Is there any gauge or indicators? See, if you are not able to cope up with stress and you're falling sick again and again, it means your immune system is not working very well. So, because when your immune system is not working very well, it means that you are catching cold and flu, and you're wherever you go out, you are more susceptible to all the disease and all. So that's a sign that your immunity is not very strong. How to help children with their anxiety about COVID-19 and mitigation measures? Okay, so I'm a mom of three kids, and I'm mom of three teenagers, and my son is in Canada right now, and he is very stressed because they are not allowed to go out. And I know that it's very difficult for the kids, because in my age, I have seen curfews, I've seen lockdowns, but for our kids it's something really new, so they're actually really anxious. So I asked him to start cooking. I asked him to start exercising. He's doing exercises with the help of, the body exercises with the help of all these videos, deep breathing. I'm asking him to read more books, read more Quran. This is a time that you can use for connection with your Lord as well, because this is the time when you can think of so many. It's time of self reflection, it's time for gratitude. So when kids are anxious, ask them to learn how to do deep breathing. Deep breathing is very important. If you do deep breathing only for 5 minutes, it is very beneficial for you, and it calms you down. And trust me, 5 minutes of deep breathing can do wonders for you, actually. So if it's possible, do 5 minutes of deep breathing in the morning and do 5 minutes of deep breathing in the evening, and you will see the difference. But you have to be consistent. See, for anything, for any result, you have to be consistent. You have to have a discipline in your life, and you have to be consistent with what you're doing. So you cannot, get up one morning and you just feel well. It's a process, it's a journey. I was diagnosed with insulin resistance in 2012. And after struggling, and I changed my diet and all, and I was able to reverse my condition. So I reversed my condition in 2014, and this is 2020. So it's been 6 years, and I'm off medications, but I tried my levels best, and I'm trying to build up my immunity so I don't have to go to those pills again. So all of us have to work hard. We have to work hard, and we have to work smart as well. If we work hard and if we work smart, then inshallah we'll be able to boost up our immunity and build it up with the passage of time, and we will definitely go through this phase in a peaceful manner. And I think this is the time when we should make most of this lockdown. We should relax. This is a time to pace yourself. During lockdown, there's a lot of workload stress as people are working remotely. How can we keep ourselves active and healthy during our work hours? So if you have a lot of work which is like online, like for me, it's my workload is less because it's only 30% right now, because I don't have to go out. I'm not doing counseling sessions. I'm not doing workshops and all. But for people like you who are working from home, and they're not at peace just like me, then what you can do is, like, you have to learn how to utilize your time. So if you're on computer all the time, you can use I don't have it right now, you can use a stress ball and just press it. Or you can keep your computer right in front of your treadmill. You can keep it right in front of your cycling bike, the stationary bike we have. Some of us, we have the stationary bike. Or you can do spot jogging as well. So these are the things that can actually help you. Because why do we need exercise? We need exercise because we need this blood circulation. So blood circulation is very important for everything. So I would suggest you should keep your computer. If you have a treadmill or a stationary bike, keep it in front of uh, your laptop or your TV wherever you're working, and use a stress ball for releasing stress. Get up every now and then. Use a Fitbit. I'm wearing a Fitbit. It keeps me motivated. It tracks my steps. So, it's funny that I did my 25,000 steps yesterday because I was very stressed, and I finished my 10,000 steps in the evening, but I was very stressed at night because yesterday was a very difficult day for me because my son was not feeling well. So I went to my backyard, and I was constantly walking for 2.5 hours, and I did extra steps. Any good YouTube channels for indoor exercise for someone like me who just like walking as exercise? Yes, there are a lot of different portals from where you can get these videos. And what I can do is, I have a Facebook group by Healthy Living by Sabeen. It's a Facebook group, and I have Instagram as well. What I can do for you, Harim, that I will post some videos, and you can go through it, and you whatever is comfortable for you, you can do that. You can do a lot of yoga. There are a lot of spot exercises that you can do. And right now, what I'm doing, I walk in my backyard, and sometimes when it's hot, then we just do spot jogging. My kids, they do body exercises, and yeah, these are the things that you can do easily. We can have stretch bands. Actually, I was not very sure that how I'm going to end this session. Otherwise, I would have bring the basket I have. I have a small basket in which I have a stretch band, I have a skipping rope, I have a stress ball, and I have a mat. So this basket is, in fact, I will, tomorrow I will post the picture of that basket, and you can get ideas from that. And I will share some videos on my Facebook group, and then you can watch from those videos that, whatever is easy for you, because not everybody is comfortable with everything. Like for me, these hit videos are very difficult, but for some people it works really well. So it varies from person to person. Everybody's different, and all of us have different requirement. which type of food we must take daily. Okay, so nowadays I think you have to, otherwise you have to have a balanced diet. You should have whole foods. When I say whole foods, it means from God's pharmacy, from Allah Ta'ala's, the pharmacy. It means that all whole food which are made by God is okay for you. It could be vegetables, fruits, sabzi, dal, lentils, whole grains, and good raised dairy, and the meat as well, in moderation. So right now I would suggest you to have at least one orange per day. And if you are feeling low, or if you're feeling more anxious, or if you're feeling that you're going to catch a cold, so increase your vitamin C dose. But if you do not like citrus, you can have kiwi, or you can start having, like for my son, it's difficult for him because there are not many people who are supplying food to them, so he's having vitamin C. But whenever you buy vitamin C, you always see that it should come with zinc, because zinc helps in absorption of vitamin C. And I would suggest that you should have turmeric tea as well, like haldi ki chai, and it actually helps in inflammation and immunity. What does integrative health coach mean? Could you please introduce yourself and your work in detail? Okay, Ji. So integrative nutrition health coach means that I work in all modalities. Like when you go to a nutritionist, they will give you a chart and tell you what to eat and what not to eat. Okay, so that's the difference between them and me. I do have knowledge. I did my master's in biochemistry, and nutrition was one of my major. But I believe after that, I did my certification for integrative nutrition health coach, and I'm a nutritional therapist as well. So I believe food is your medicine. So when I say food is your medicine, you're talking about turmeric tea. So it's like haldi ki chai. You just take, if you have a fresh haldi, you take fresh haldi, grate it, add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of olive oil, or coconut oil, and then you add it to water. And if you feel like for me, it's okay, I just have it just like that. But my husband, he likes it with honey. So you can add honey. Or if you don't like to add any kind of oil, you can add it milk to it. But right now I would suggest that don't drink haldi ka doodh or the turmeric latte, because milk produce mucus, and right now we are all scared of mucus. So instead of mucus, haldi doodh, you should take turmeric tea with water, and the if you don't have actual haldi, you can have the powder haldi. That's okay. And what I do, I was talking about my health coaching program and health coaching scenario. So I believe in two plates. I believe there are like one primary plate and one secondary plate. So when I talk about plate, it means one plate is the plate on which you have your food or your hydration, but the other plate is your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health. So I believe in a holistic lifestyle, and I'm a counselor for holistic lifestyle. I believe that if you're eating all kind of food and vegetables and you're exercising really well, but if you're not taking care of your mental health, if you're not taking care of your emotional health, and you're stressed, you will not feel well. You will not be, holistically, you will not be well, and you won't feel to your own, how do you say, uh, you won't be well from inside, and you won't be happy. So I want you to make happy, and I want you to understand that our holistic lifestyle is actually very important, and we have to be a better version of ourselves. We don't have to change ourselves, but by incorporating small habits, little different kind of gestures and different kind of methods, I help you in your well-being. I'm your accountability coach, and I will ask you about, if I ask you to do something, and then I will be your I'm like your partner. I'm not your teacher. I'll be your partner. So I don't think that I should put myself in a box, because I want you to transform your life. And I believe in a holistic approach in which I help you physically, emotionally, and mentally. When I say physically, I help you with food and nutrition and hydration. When I say emotionally, it means I help you with your circumstances, whatever relationships you have, whatever you're going through, how to be happy in that. And when I say mentally, I help you in achieving goals and measurable goals, actually. And I want you to understand that, you have to be very careful about uh, what to do, what not to do, what is achievable, what is not achievable, what is difficult to achieve, and what is impossible. So if I say that, I want to lose 20 kilos in 1 week, it's not possible. So I help you mentally to achieve the goals which are actually doable. So that's how it is. That's my job, and I would like to help you. If there are more questions, you can ask me here as well, or you can just come to my Facebook group, and you can join the group and Instagram post, and I'll be happy to help, because all of us are, we have to work as a community in this difficult time, and I think all of us need ear to listen. So please keep yourself happy, busy, and make most of this time. You won't get this time, trust me. This time is very important. And if you like to read Quran, recite Quran. If you like to read, listen to music, you listen to music. Whatever you enjoy. Maybe there are hobbies which you were very passionate about when you were like a child, but right now this is the time you can, go back in time, and you try doing all those things which you were not able to do because of daily stresses and the difficult routine. So I think I'll wrap up my session, and I hope I gave you some valuable info. And thanks to you, Zia, one more time. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.